So we'll be looking at the meaning, functions, and characteristics of the state. So to start with, let's define what the state is, or know what the state is all about. So for the definition of a state, say the state is a political organized body of people occupying a defined territory governed by a single entity. Or we can say that the state is a complex entity that plays a crucial role in modern society, and it functions as the central political institution which wields legitimate power. That means it has a legitimate authority. So, what is the key distinction of the state from other organizations? The state differs from other organizations by possessing sovereignty and legal authority, which grants it the ultimate power within its borders to create or make and enforce laws. So, moving on to another aspect of the state, it has to do with the primary functions of the state. One of the primary functions of the state includes the maintenance of law and order, which has to do with the maintaining of internal peace and public safety through laws and enforcement. The second aspect has to do with the protection of citizens. That one has to do with defending citizens from external threats and aggression. The third aspect has to do with justice and welfare, whereby the state helps in administering justice and promoting social and economic welfare of its people. Another functions of the state has to do with the protection of national interests, whereby the state helps in protecting the national interests such as security, defense, and foreign policy. And also it helps in regulating economic activity, which sets monetary and fiscal policies aside and provides a framework for business and foreign commerce. Now, moving on from the functions of the states, we have the characteristics of the states. The characteristics of the states can be seen in several key aspects, such as sovereignty, territory, population, permanence, government, and legitimacy. Under sovereignty, the state has or holds the supreme authority over its territory, and it is recognized by other states and also is free from external control. It can enter into diplomatic relations and assert independence internationally or globally. And for territoriality, the state has a defined territory and exercises jurisdiction over its citizens and territory. While for population, the state has a permanent population, which is a major component of its existence. And for government, the state has a system of government that makes and enforces laws and decisions within its territory. And lastly, legitimacy. The state derives its legitimacy from the consent of the citizens, either through democratic processes or other forms of legitimacy. Let's move on. We have some unique attributes of the state. One of them is monopoly on legitimate force, as you can see on your screen. The second aspect has to do with taxation authority, and lastly, legal backing. So, for the monopoly on legitimate force, it has to do with the exclusive right to use physical force in order to maintain order and implement laws. This is where the police, army, and other officers come into place. And for the taxation authority, it has the legal capacity to collect taxes for funding governmental functions. This tax helps to generate revenue for government in order to provide services such as road, hospitals, and schools. And for the legal backing, the state has an authorized action to protect the citizens under established laws. Okay, I think I'm done for today's class. I'll see you all in the next class. Thank you very much and see you next time.